in one history-making shot.
This is going to be on the cover. I can feel it.
We'll take you to exotic locations to meet beautiful new faces.
I was really lucky because I got sent to Hong Kong.
Yes, baby.
I felt like a piece of meat.
It's all in good fun.
Good location, a good photographer, a good model, good weather, and then you got a good shot.
This year, Sports Illustrated celebrates the 30th anniversary of its swimsuit issue. Hi, I'm Christy Brinkley. Every year, SI has devoted one special edition to the world's most exotic locations and a select group of women who have the natural beauty that's become the SI look. One of those women may be the best known of the current generation of Sports Illustrated supermodels, Kathy Ireland.
Well, it's 7:30 in the morning here in Santa Barbara, and I have to put on a bathing suit.
The suits have changed. They're more daring.
It's kind of difficult to put on a bathing suit first thing in the morning and try to come up with some creative poses. So tough. Somebody's got to do it. Some of those positions they put you in, you know, crawling on the rocks, and they're not all that comfortable. I was 17 when I first started modeling. I met Julie Campbell from Sports Illustrated. She saw some pictures of me in Vogue magazine, and she told me that she liked me because I wasn't too skinny. I think it's nice that, at least with Sports Illustrated, the look is healthier. I mean, you have to stay in shape, but you don't have to worry about being so skinny. For me, I love doing sports. I ride my bike. I do all ocean sports and mountain sports. It's fun. That way I don't think about it, and that way I can eat. There's a lot of downtime in this job, and you just have to be ready all the time and be able to turn it on a lot of times.
Ready, go.
I think that's the biggest trick, is just if you can keep in your face no pain, whether you're cold or hot or hurting, then it looks all right. This is my 11th year that I've done it. It's been a great experience. It's a lot of work. It's very demanding work. But that keeps it interesting. A little challenge is good.
When we come back, supermodel Vendela works hard to look her best.
He's trying to kill me.
And Ingrid chases the sun in St. Martin.
Son! Oh!
Last year's cover girl Vendela is one of the magazine's newest stars. And watching her work, it's not hard to see why.
I don't do swimsuits for anybody else, only for Julie and for SI. Since I knew I was shooting this year, I take a lot of time out to work specifically for this shoot.
2 years ago, I told Vendela she was really too thin for SI, and she went and worked out with a trainer 5 hours a day for a whole year.
We're trying to get Vendela to peak for the time that you're supposed to do the shoot, and we're really trying to look at it as preparing for a race.
He's trying to kill me.
She calls me every time she puts 2 pounds on.
I have worked with a number of different athletes, and we all know genetically she's gifted, and I am only enhancing that aspect of her genetic prowess.
Ah! Yeah,
once again. I'm not a trainer who is about to sit here and say that I gave her that body.
Ow.
Let's talk about today. 13, 14, a squat, leg extension, leg curl.
Killing me.
There's no real fast, quick fix. And I'm not here to entertain her, and she's not here to entertain me. We're here to work out, and we're here to get the job done.
She wants to be in Sports Illustrated, and she looks great.
I'm in Mexico, and I love this place.
That's nice there, Vendela. Good, like this there. Yes, 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 yes. Yeah, that's it there. Nice there. Yes, 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 yes.
Well, Paul Lang is kind of loud when he shoots, but he's a really, really great guy.
Vendela, yes, nice there. Yes, 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 yes.
And sometimes it's a little confusing because you don't know what thing you're supposed to be moving, your leg, your arm, you know.
Elbow down a little bit. This one here, the front one, put them down against the wall.
We did some photos with Paul down at the beach, which, since the whole theme is about pools, we haven't really shot that much down at the beach, but we did do some in the surf. And that was a lot of fun, because I love the water splashing on me. Walter, he's very thoughtful, I think, as a human being and as a photographer.
More film. I can't stop.
And is looking for really special moments with special lighting and special shapes.
You got a situation going, don't stop. It's like surf. When it's good, keep surfing. When the picture's good, keep shooting. Angela.
And now we're going to commercial.
See everyone. Why, thank you, Vendela.
My acting career is coming slowly but surely, I think. You know, it's one step at a time. It doesn't happen overnight. And, you know, my modeling career took a long time, and I worked really hard at it. And that's the same thing I'm doing with the acting.
Beautiful. Luftballon,
Well, basically what we're doing is trying to find some aspen trees with some pretty aspen trees with... Hold on just a minute. Let me think how I want to start this.
Julie really wanted to get this one shot in Aspen. I think that's the whole purpose for her going there, was to get this golden leaves. We went up there and there was no yellow leaves.
I got a call this morning from Sports Illustrated, and what they're looking for is some nice, pretty golden aspen leaves.
All this for Vendela, our golden girl.
This is a great shot. Great. There you go. Yes, yes, yes. Light.
If you're on a beach, there's only so much you can do. So to actually be in the woods or create a different situation than just the beach is what's so exciting about this, I think.
This is the picture we came to Aspen for.
I think the deep blues and the light blues in the water adds to the gold.
I'm happy.
Now, a freeze is 28 degrees or colder, and a frost is 32 to 28 degrees. Freeze advisory over the northern sections of the viewing area, metropolitan area up the northeastern plains.
I don't know. It's below cold. I mean, it's snow.
So frost advisory.
What a beautiful day. Thank you, God.
And the Four Corners area for tonight.
Now, if you just warm it up a little bit for Vendela.
The location sometimes definitely affects the mood of the picture and the mood of the whole image. Because a lot of times that I'm in a cold location, I have to look like it's 90 degrees. And so you just have to feel that heat anyway.
It's surreal. It's one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen.
I do seem to get a lot of the cold locations, I guess because I'm Swedish, or like Julie says, sometimes I don't complain, so I get to go to the cold places. Thanks.
So it's a wrap, you guys. This is really a wrap for today, too.
With a woman like Vendela on the cover, it's hard to imagine a year of Sports Illustrated without a swimsuit issue. But 30 years ago, that's exactly what SI was. A little magazine trying desperately to fill 52 issues with football, basketball, baseball, and whatever they could find.
Andre Laguerre, the second editor of this magazine, created the swimsuit issue as a way to get from the football season, which at that time ended in December, really into the college basketball and spring training, which was March. We had 8 or 9 issues there of absolute boredom. We had a dog on the cover, we had safe driving on the cover. One cover back in the mid-50s was a bunch of golf bags on the rack at the Wingfoot Golf Club.
Sports Illustrated needed something to heat up readers during the long winter months. The answer? Swimsuits. The first try wasn't quite right. The next year, Sports Illustrated put a woman in a swimsuit on the cover. But who could tell? In 1964, it finally came together.
I never intentionally created a look. I looked for healthy, natural-looking people. Here was a beautiful young woman that looked like a beautiful young woman. She personifies the girl next door, and I look at her as somebody's daughter.
The swimsuit issue was born into a complicated time. The face of America was changing. And as the 60s got weirder, wilder, and a whole lot worse, the swimsuit issue was well on its way to becoming an annual event. But Sports Illustrated had found more than just a way to fill its pages in February. They found what readers longed for, the girl next door, and the look that it represents no matter what country she was from. This year, a girl who's got that look is model Ingrid Seineve.
We're here in St. Martin, and we're at the beach and doing lots of bathing suit shots.
Dingy on deck, looking hot.
The ones that I'm going to wear today are very pretty. Very modern. You'll see. They're funky looking. You'll like them. They're all different, and they'll go well with the place we're shooting. There's one vest, like a fishnet vest. Kind of see-through though.
Almost had a picture start.
What are we going to do? You can't shoot it all this way?
I barely shot anything. I haven't even shot a roll. I'm not lifting my camera yet. As soon as I do it, the sun goes in. It's going to be here for like 12 hours. Oh, see? I lifted the camera and the sun went in. Sun! Oh, look at her. So good. Oh, she's working now. Oh, she's got those legs open. The whole roll. Unbelievable.
My father wanted me to go to university. Never gave interest in this career because he didn't understand, what it was. But now, my father is a banker, and he sees the money coming in. What I like the most? Traveling. Traveling, going to beautiful places. I like to take all the opportunities about the modeling business. I read a lot of books about the countries where I go, about the cultures and everything. I try to understand. Like here, I didn't know that it was Dutch, French, and English. And it's very funny for me to hear the 3 languages that I speak fluently. Am I ready to go back? Yeah. Why not? It's been short, but it was beautiful.
Coming up next, American Beauty Stacey Williams goes after the perfect picture.
Yeah, that's nice.
And Swimsuit 94's dream team in one history-making shot.
And it's sort of the Hall of Fame of modeling.
This year, Sports Illustrated has chosen swimming pools as the issue's theme. They've covered 5 continents in search of a location that, together with the right model at the right moment, will make the perfect shot.
I'm going to go swimming in this cold water. For the good of Sports Illustrated. How do I look?
Here he comes.
We shot at this pink house in Miami that had a porthole. It was a fun day. I was standing on the outside. I was dry. Porter was basically kind of a trained seal that day.
We're talking about you, Porter.
Hey, that's what assistants are for. Yay, Porter! What am I, chopped liver? The guy does one quick shot in the water and he's a god. I love working with Walter. Walter's definitely one of my favorite photographers.
This arm stretched back a little more, and this arm like this.
It's just so effortless and so much fun, which to me is how you make the best pictures, just by enjoying where you are and having a laugh. That's when the best stuff really gets done.
Thinking of shooting this Stace.
What's she in now?
She's not in anything. That's why I want to know what we're doing.
I think I should wear that long, warm coat.
Is the light good enough to do a silver lace on her?
Put it on, let's try it.
Now, yeah, but where are we going to put her? Because it's not going to mean anything. I should have a warm color then, because that's a cool color.
Okay, Stace, you want to take off that damn thing. Gotta get some activity. All right, you can do anything you want. Okay.
All right, good, nice. It's gonna be a nice show. See, this is funny. You come out here this morning, Joe, I have no idea what I'm gonna do. Oh my God. Oh, Stacy.
We're done, Stace. Good job.
Oh yeah, it was good.
Hola, ¿cómo estás? Pero, dos chiquitas bonitas. Yo soy Stacy. Sorriada. That's the one thing I always remember about every place. I might forget the hotel or the beaches, but I always remember the kids. Like specific children. What's that?
Yeah. Great. The splashing straight. There, yeah, on the side of the pool's good. Good, come on, again, the smile again. Yeah, that's nice, yeah. Great. That's it, yes.
In Mexico, I took a boat trip through the protected area of the wetlands.
A lot of places around the world, what they do is they attract a lot of people because of the natural beauty. And they build so much that there's no more natural beauty, and then people don't go anymore. We're trying to set an example in Mexico, just that you have to take care of things.
Yeah. Something's got to change. Something's got to break. That's for sure.
Stacy is the essence of woman.
I didn't even look at the white dress because there were no mirrors. But it felt like a nice shot. It felt right. Sometimes you just know.
The 70s were a big decade for the swimsuit issue, and they began to make some changes and take some chances. But if you're going to take fashion risks, the 70s were a dangerous time to do it.
A lot of people look back at the 70s and think of them as a very ugly time. Everybody has very nasty comments about what we look like. But I think of it as probably one of the most experimental times that we've ever had.
For Sports Illustrated, the 70s meant new ideas, and for a while, they seemed a little uncertain. But the magazine also found its way into the future with the natural good looks of one woman who would become their first superstar.
Julie always liked to describe her as your girl next door that you never grew up next to. I mean, no matter where you lived, there was never a Cheryl living next door.
Cheryl's the best. Just, I don't know, she's something about, for me and I guess for everybody. I mean, she still is, isn't she, in a way?
I mean, her eyes are what got me. I mean, other people noticed a lot of different things with Cheryl, but she had these long eyes.
She's beautiful, and she just takes great pictures. She's just the best.
I think the worst thing that a girl could do is to try to be sexy. That just never, or at least it never worked for me. I always just was myself, and that's what showed in the photographs.
Christy Brinkley was really the closest to the archetypal swimsuit model.
Christy would walk into her room, it was like a 1,000-watt bulb taking off.
Christy was really emblematic of what it's all about.
There's no doubt that Christy and Cheryl were the ideal woman of the 70s and early 80s.
I think Cheryl was unique to the 70s because of her naturalness. And Christy looked healthy and, to me, personified the California girl. There's something about an American girl that is still appealing.
You know when something's good, but then sometimes just a person's face or a body movement you don't see sometimes when the motor's going on. But maybe one frame. You'll see a lot of good ones, and there's just one frame that stands out. You might have taken 10 rolls on one situation, and it'll come down to one shot. I mean, it just keeps eliminating like this, and suddenly you're left with a slide. And you know, it blows everything out. Shoot Elle, Kathy, and Rachel in one picture was sort of a dream that came to be. So once I heard about the three, I started to think of this group shot. I mean, it's sort of the Hall of Fame of modeling.
It never really occurred to me until after the shot the significance of this photograph. What was interesting about this shot is that we are like three symbols of Sports Illustrated. We're like, you know, the good old faithfuls. And, you know, we have three very distinct personalities. It was fun working with Rachel and Elle. Rachel's beautiful. She's got this, you know, full head of blonde hair, and she's very healthy, and she's very animated.
This is the first time I've worked with Kathy. She has that touchableness and reachableness that I think people out there really love, you know, and that draws people, and it really comes through on her photos.
Elle is gorgeous. She's very athletic, but at the same time, she's also got a real sophistication about her. And me, I'm the little blob there in the corner.
You do some shoots with swimsuits, you stand there and just do whatever, but in Sports Illustrated you try and make the pose different, you try and bring in new stuff all the time. I don't know, make it something a little bit more intimate and brings that person into the people to you. They want sexy, but at the same time it's not going to be too much.
You look for something that's alluring, a little tease. I don't like to use the word sexy because I try not to think that way. I like alluring because to me, the connotation is that there's something very special that you want to find, whereas sexy is right in front of your face.
Next, the outspoken Rashumba.
I'm a diva.
And coming up, Kathy, Elle, and Dara Torres-Gowan go for the gold with the U.S. Olympic team.
Florida. Playful, vibrant, and beautiful. The perfect location for the gorgeous and outspoken Rashumba.
I plan to die in this business. Well, friends suggested that I go to Paris and I try to be a model, and so I did.
Rashemba's essentially a runway model who's done wonderful studio work.
What the runway does for me is it brings out the, seductiveness in me.
Yeah, it's nice.
Because you're using that energy to, seduce the audience. And I'm actually happy I did a show just before coming because my energy was already raised to that level. And so when I got here, it just transferred straight through.
Yeah, she's a mover. She has her own style. I like that.
Yeah, last time I was here, I was working with this camel that scared me to death.
I don't have a camel here.
Can I move? With Walter. He's so sexy. He's just so sexy, and his magnetism appeals to me, and I play to that.
It's beautiful, all of it, Rashemba.
I like salt and pepper beard. He's got that.
I love that laugh.
I'm a diva.
Oh!
Drowning.
You can't swim, right? I'll never let you drown on the swimsuit trip.
I think the reason I like this house is because it represents every intricate, crazy part of me. You know, you've got the wild and crazy colors, you've got eccentric things, you've got expensive things, you've got cheap things, you've got all that mixed up into one. And this house in that way represents me. The pool is cool.
Hey, Jane, we could put makeup on for 5 more minutes, then we don't have to do the picture.
Okay, Rashemba.
Like anyone's going to notice in the magazine.
Oh, please come out, son. This is my favorite suit. With SI, I think the reason why I enjoy working with them so much and I have no problem with saying yes whenever they call is because I feel like I'm a part of a family. And I think SI has changed in the way that it has learned to include a lot more black women, and it's allowing the doors to open up to more real women.
In the 1960s, the swimsuit issue was home to the real live girl next door. In the 70s, that girl next door became a star. And then came the 1980s. The 1980s, big money, big fame, big problems, and big dreams. For Sports Illustrated, it was the big time, and the swimsuit issue found its girl next door in the most beautiful women in the world.
When Julie took on the challenge of using beautiful women rather than the actual almost girl next door, that was a big editorial decision.
The advent of the supermodel in Sports Illustrated is really Julie Campbell. I mean, Julie Campbell launched more modeling careers and accelerated more modeling careers than anybody in the world.
She made me feel good about myself and about my body. She was a big influence in my career, in my life.
Some of us feel more comfortable in swimsuits and some of us don't. And, and she respects that.
Some mornings, I think, if they see me look tired, they're all going to let down. So I come out and say, hi, guys. We're at it. Let's go.
Julie really wants the models to let their own personality come out. And she encourages it, and she gives you guidance along with it. That's important, too, because she'll make you look good. You know, you can trust Julie to be there for you.
As you look over certainly over the last 10 years, when you think of the Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue, you think of one person, really, Kathy Ireland.
Well, it seems that the male dream girl still is Kathy Ireland.
She's the third in a great line of mega swimsuit models who are really considered, you know, the SI swimsuit model.
Along with the supermodel came the super location.
Location is very important to me. It's important to the photographer, it's important to the models, and so there's a lot of thought to the choreography of whom you're putting where. Good location, a good photographer, a good model, good weather, and then you got a good shot.
Costa Carellas was one of the most beautiful and peaceful places I ever worked. Shooting in a location like this, it makes it easy for me to get into the beauty of the photograph.
Yeah, up like that. Good. Voilà, là c'est bien.
Actually, one of the most beautiful swimming pools in the world. And there's everybody. Who I'm looking? And now I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. And I'm getting crazy. Patricia is getting crazy in Mexico. Stop it. I'm all dizzy now. Just kidding. When we were in Bali, in Indonesia, it was much the same thing. Beautiful, exotic. And of all the countries I've been, I've never been in a country where the people are so good. You guys cannot smell.
That's absolutely beautiful.
Perfect.
She's very, very, very good. She's done dance for years, since she was 4 years old.
I started modeling quite by accident. A friend of mine went on an audition, and a picture she had of me fell out of the book. The agent ended up calling me, and after a month, I was in Milan. I have the opportunity to do print work, runway modeling, and even television commercials. In fact, I'm proud to be the first Latin model to receive a cover girl contract.
Porque una modelo cover girl no nace, se hace.
Morning, no matter what the weather, unless it's raining.
Right.
I'd like to do the sarong on Patricia. Topless, standing in the column under that pagoda like this. Today you're Balinese.
Julie kept telling me that one day I was Venezuelan, the next day I was Mexican, and the next Balinese. Who knows what tomorrow will bring?
Coming up, newcomer Kate James gets her shot at stardom.
And here I am, voila.
And Kathy Ireland and Elle McPherson turn the tables on America's Olympic athletes.
For a young model just starting out, hitting the road with a swimsuit issue is the chance of a lifetime.
I've never been in Sports Illustrated before, so when Julie Campbell called me to be in the swimsuit issue, I was really excited. And I was really lucky because I got sent to Hong Kong.
My name's Kate James.
You look beautiful, Kate. Absolutely beautiful. All you could do is get a crowd. So you've got the space to work in, Kate.
Hong Kong was just unbelievable. Julie Campbell wanted to really get a sense of where we were, so we shot on a crowded downtown street. And there I was in the middle of Hong Kong in a bathing suit. It was quite an incredible setting, something I'll never forget.
Working with Kate has been a real pleasure because she's so young and innocent, but at the same time, I think she's a perfect girl for Sports Illustrated. When I first started modeling swimsuits, I think it was the most embarrassing moment of my life. It was like my whole body was uncovered to the public eye. There's like an innocent and young sexiness that's very alluring. That's beautiful, Kate. Perfect. My dad said when I was born, he was really upset because I was so ugly. And here I am, voila. That's the girl. That's beautiful. Hold on. Okay, I'm ready. That's beautiful, Kate. Perfect. Shooting at night was such a beautiful setup. Donna's got such a great eye. And you know, when I started this job, I didn't even know who the photographer was. And then I met Donna, and I found out she was the first female ever to shoot on a Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue. She's great, and a great friend too. She's really working it well. You look fantastic.
When people say, how old are you? They look surprised when I tell them.
So now I just sort of play the game. How old do you think I am? Well done. Very well done.
Oh, we're almost finished.
Yeah, we're almost done.
She's going to be a great model.
You want me to do the list, the consecutive list, if I can remember? Santa Barbara, Aspen, Vail, Pantelleria, Sardinia, Valley, Hong Kong, Miami, Ormond Beach, St. Martin, Mexico, and then here. We had to bring this huge fiberglass platform to Italy for Aya's shoot.
This will be in clear plastic, right?
Now, where is 54?
Now we put them...
Beautiful. Then it can go down to 2 feet if you had to, and up to 5.
That's creative.
Yeah. Everything is adjustable.
Yep. Beautiful. Let's go put it in. How about the unit?
Dima, we did it. I mean, you can do a lot with this thing. I think it'll work.
Here we go. Put your hand in again. Nice.
Like this, stretching. Hope she can stand on one leg, eh?
Julie and I were looking through one of the swimsuit issues the other day, but when you look through the pictures, every picture has a story, and the story is usually not, oh, we were staying at a 4-star hotel, and we got up at 6, and everything went very smoothly, and this is the shot.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. We're okay.
You get very tired sometimes to the point of exhaustion because you're getting up at 4:30 and going to bed at midnight. But you recover.
I like surprises. This year we're shooting with the U.S. National Water Polo Team. I think that's a surprise. We're photographing these athletes with Al, Kathy, and Dara Torres Gowan, who has 4 Olympic medals as a swimmer. The girls are still going to look beautiful. It's just a new thing.
Pretty hush-hush until about a couple weeks ago. So, yeah, once we found out, you know, panic.
I thought I was a little soft in areas, and so I did a little aerobic work for the past month.
Diet.
Cut down a lot on my fat intake.
Crash diet.
I've really been running a lot.
I don't think she ate for 10 days before she came.
But then when I got to the fitting, they ordered food anyway, so we ended up eating, and I just kind of like sucked it in a little bit.
Conehead. He's shooting up there. I just want to see faces.
1, 2, 3. Woo! That's what he said.
You guys have a good time?
Yes! Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Hey! Look at you. Beautiful.
The magazine has always been fashioned around the water, so, you know, there's always been water work, but not as intense as it is this trip. This is going to be on the cover. I can feel it.
It's more my forte swimming underwater than being up out of the water. I was comfortable down there.
In the beginning, we were doing this shot, and the guys were in the water, and Kathy, Dara, and I were walking past.
I was glad that Elle was the one who was closest to them because, you know, she could really play with them.
The guys were like wool whistling and, I mean, you know, normal construction worker type stuff.
All these whistles and moans. I didn't expect them to be so into what we were doing.
They're natural.
It wasn't hard at all. Very easy to do. Are you kidding me?
And then we did the same to them.
I love it! It was funny because they were a lot more embarrassed than we were.
You could tell by the way they were walking a bit awkwardly. Left, right, now don't fall over.
I think Elle again was the loudest.
Sexy bum! Yes! Now they know what it's like to be a girl.
I felt like a piece of meat.
It's all in good fun.
When we come back, the editors of Sports Illustrated pick this year's cover.
That's got to be it, I would think.
Can you get the Kate cover up on the right? Let's take a look at that one. It's a great picture. I think now there might be about 10 possibilities. You might want to cross a little her top arm.
Yeah, that one does not fill out that cover as much as I like.
They've seen so many times where we think, aha, that's it, eureka. And then the next thing you know,
not the way to go. You know, there really isn't much favoritism. I think it comes down to your best picture.
See if you can do a vertical logo. Well, I think maybe now you should turn the logo back. I don't think it's quite working.
I wonder whether or not this is not the occasion we ought to think about getting horizontal on the swimsuit cover.
So just like that, we're off in another direction.
You want the cover to express both the sense of place, the sense of the woman, and the sense of the suit that she's wearing.
Could be her, could be Elle, it could be Rachel again.
They're all pretty. They all like each other. They personify the SI girl.
And there it is, ladies and gentlemen, the dream team.
This year, Sports Illustrated pulled out all the stops to make the 30th anniversary issue the best. The people who made the magazine happen on both sides of the camera had a great time, and it shows. Back in the 60s, they called the swimsuit issue Fun in the Sun. And despite 30 years of changes, Fun in the Sun is still what the issue's all about.
I'm Ted Koppel. Later on Nightline, he was the administration's top anti-crime official. Now, 2 days out of his job, he says the president's crime bill is a fraud. Tonight.
This is Charles Gibson.
And Joan London tomorrow, Oscar hopefuls Lawrence Fishburne and Angela Bassett.
And Pennsylvania Governor Robert P. Casey on bouncing back from heart and liver transplant.
Tomorrow on Good Morning America.